What is going on, everybody? Nickname is just Yellow, and here we got another Titanfall gameplay, Pilot Hunter as we do, and this is one of the other obliteration games I was playing. I just demolished the enemy team, pretty much. Me and the people that I randomly got put in a lobby with. Nevertheless, let's get on with a topic for today, shall we? Not the gameplay, I know, but I'll probably make videos about this gameplay of Titanfall a little bit more in the future. So let's get to the topic, which is going to be about, in general, just gaming reviews. And I think a couple of mine are going to come up in the coming days. As for, I got myself a couple of new games, because of the matter of fact that, you know, Steam and QuakeCon and all that stuff. For some reason, they decided to have a list going with 200 deals, and I went on the bottom of that list, and in the middle of that list, and I found a couple of games that was very attractive, semi-old to very new, and I got those. Not to mention, yeah, if you guys have been following me on stream, I've actually been streaming Magicite, which I'll review that game in a very short amount of time. A game made by one man, which is pretty insane. Anyhow, let's get on with the topic, which is going to be about unlegit gaming reviewers. I find it very bothersome that you can't trust everybody in this world, on this planet anymore, whether or not that's a reason because people are mad, they're dumb, they're ignorant, or they're just, their agenda is at somewhere else, making it so that whatever they review is pretty poor. And by that I mean maybe they're super fanboys, maybe they explicitly enjoy a certain type of genre or not. I mean, there's so much shit that can affect a person, which is in the end of the day, that like it makes it so that you can't really label somebody to be shitty at their job instantly, you know? Like, for example, IGN, they tend to review a lot of games. I wonder why. And some of their reviews are really shitty, but like some of them are so bad, I'm wondering why the hell that place is even being read by people. I was just researching to see if they actually had some really shitty reviews, and I found one so fucking horrible. I was like, wow, so they actually hire these people? Like, as soon as said review got published, why didn't that person get fired instantly? That's how bad this was. So let's actually give some information and some sources to this stuff, so that I'm not being illegitimate. I'm Norwegian, so I'm fucking up English words. But yeah. Okay, so pretty much I'll in the description a little bit down below in there, I'll link you guys to this article about a dude that is pretty much just ripping Uncharted 3 a new asshole, which I think that's justified. I mean, Naughty Dog, in themselves, they can make games that look beautiful, and with Uncharted 1 and 2, they actually made a pretty good job in terms of making the entire game itself being good, despite the looks alone, which is a very nice, you know, achievement, taking the PlayStation 3's hardware into consideration, being over 8 years old, and your Samsung S4 or 5 is probably stronger than that console. I'm not even kidding. Anyhow, the point I want to get across is that their review is pretty much like a 10 out of 10. And I guess the average people that don't really think about stuff, they gave it an average 9.1 on their site, apparently. But people that actually go in and, you know what, question stuff like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? What sense does anything really make? Where did these people go? And why did I, just read through that little link. Like, if you're really interested in looking at a game being torn a new asshole, I found it to be very enjoyable, even though in the end of the day, like, I respect games, I know how games should be made, I know what makes a quality game, I know what makes a shitty game, so in that sense it doesn't even matter if I've actually played the games or not, or if I have or have not watched a playthrough of it. In the end of the day, even I understood that, you know what, IGN, you're fucked up so bad. Why? I wonder if the guy got fired. I'm just curious, like, what did his boss say? Maybe it was the boss himself that made that review? In that case, get a new owner, holy fucking shit. But yeah, so in the end of the day, the point I want to get across is that there is a lot of bigger sources out there that can easily be, for example, maybe be persuaded into making illegitimate reviews, or maybe it's just a matter of fact that somebody are cherry picking the people to review for them. Like there is only like, I think there is like 3 different possibilities, or maybe 4 of why or why not, like, sites that are rather big will or will not make really shitty reviews, because in the end of the day it will happen, and in the end of the day, people that actually read those sites that at one point gave a shit about their reviews and then don't, They'll find like different mistakes here and there, but like what I'm thinking is what could even motivate such horrible mistakes in to begin with? Like, what is the actual cause of it? So my theory goes a little bit like this. Okay, so first off, let's say that you're going to hire an employee. To hire that employee, you gotta look for specific traits, you know? So if you got IGN, that means that there is a fuck ton of people that are going to be interested in getting said position. Now what you want to do then, if you really want to get these high quality, I mean that in a sort of a sarcastic, not real way, employees that will give you what you want and not necessarily what is deserved, you just cherry pick that person, okay? You see, okay, this guy, he really enjoy games. Like, he is just in blaze when he see a new game. And when he get to preview this game and review it, oh, he's on fire. But it doesn't mean that the game is actually good, you know? So if you employ one of those guys, of course it's going to be able to get what you want in a review, you know? Like, okay, EA Games, new game, 10 out of 10. It's quite shit. Fair enough, maybe. I mean, you could cherry pick people in that sense. Another possibility I was thinking of is, let's say you're actually you're actually a bunch of retards. I don't think that's too true because, you know, that doesn't really cope with reality, does it? Not everybody, or whatever kind of bunch of people, you know, like a big bunch of people. Like, yeah, I actually thought that was a button in game. I was like, maybe I can open the door. No. Yeah, but like, maybe they're dumbasses. I don't even know. Another thing was that oh man, I actually had a third possibility. Yeah, okay. The third possibility is slightly, you know, it's being retold here and there. Like, maybe they're getting paid beneath the table, or actually out of our site at least, money's being exchanged in different quantities for people to give different reviews, and the reviews are being cherry picked alone. Not to mention, in that case scenario, I'm pretty fucking sure that in the contract itself, they're being told that you cannot really talk about this contract, and if you accept the contract, you cannot talk about the matter of fact that funds could be exchanged in terms, not in terms, in exchange for very specific services. I know that in my work contract that was apparent, and even though again that wasn't really too much of a big deal, and it wasn't this serious in terms of being legitimate or not, you know, it could actually be happening. Like, it could actually be real. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, that could actually be a thing. Taking it on from there, could also be a subcontract. Let's say that you have a startup contract, and then after a specific amount of time, if they see that you qualify, you then will be presented with a contract that is actually showing, you know, the real colors of the game. So there is like 3-4 possibilities of why this is happening. But in the end of the day, it's really fucking cringy that it does, and all we can do is speculate. Unless somebody are actually able to go into the system and leak information here and there. Like, I've not researched that, so if like there's 100% guaranteed evidence of whatever I said out there, my bad. But I'm just talking about the subject because it's really fucking gay, right? I mean, why can't you just be legitimate? That's why YouTubers in general, like, I was gonna say average Joe me, but I'm not average. Anyhow, like, a special moron like me on the internet, that is pretty much why I would like to take me into consideration rather than a big site, because there's a bigger chance that that site will have forces trying to push and pull on it, instead of me, that is just a guy. I'm like, dude, I like this game. It has a lot of nice aspects, but I'm not going to not recognize that it also has big issues, of course. And also, I'm obviously going to make everything about the game very transparent. Hell, YouTubers, why they're better is because they're not sitting down and writing a piece of shit with, like, pictures, and they make sure that there's gonna be a lot of ads, and they split up everything so that they'll surely make sure that that ad block thingamabob you might have is not gonna block like 50 ads but 100 instead. So yeah, just putting shit into consideration. If you ever want to get gaming reviews, you should not find a big source. I'm not even kidding. I mean, for example, a lot of people will probably think of a dude named Total Biscuit on the internet. I'll give the guy the I guess you could say the kudos for actually making reviews in general, but he is very shoddy. There's a lot of shit that he doesn't really take into consideration, and in the sense of actually having skills in towards like, let's say, dissecting a topic very, very logically and technically. I pretty much rape and pillage that guy, and I'm not even naysaying the guy. The guy's far better than fucking IGN. But in the end of the day, guys, you should just find some smaller YouTubers out there people that doesn't really need the recognition, people that don't have pressure on them. See what they have to say. Maybe 2 or 3 videos. Hell, maybe find a guy that is a little bit smaller. See what he got to say. Because, yeah, in the end of the day, if something has pull and push force against it, it's not going to be as legitimate as somebody that just want to do it for the fuck of doing it properly. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the topic. That's all I wanted to get across the table. Hopefully you got some interesting comments I can read. Anyways, nickname is Yellow. Thanks for your time. Support is appreciated. And always have a nice day. And don't get beastified, people.